So we're getting set up for the next and final piece of the opening session. We'll have interesting product demos. And who wants to try and give another try and test my name? Any hands up? There was a second hand up. Who wants to dare anymore? Who wants to try and pronounce my name? No one? Yeah, you start. Third row. Do I have a mic? My name, yes. Not my first name, my last name. I've got two last names. Just in case you get one right, you still have the second one.
I know Sebastian.
Sebastian's my first name. You want to give it a try, my last name? Okay, the gentleman in the back, like 5 rows behind you.
April.
Sebastian the President. Okay, you get a sticker for that. Okay.
Last name is April.
Try. You? Go ahead.
April, yes. The last name. A-B-R-E-A.
Yeah, I can spell it myself, but I'm asking you to pronounce it. And there's no U. Okay, I'll give it. What about this game? That's a new game. We'll try this game another time. Like, usually people tell me I look very young. Yesterday I was a bit disappointed. There was this lady coming to me and said, yeah, you look very young. And I said, well, how old do you give me? What's the age you give me? And she tells me 40. And I say, is that young to you? Okay, fine. I mean, no offense to those who are over 40, but I was like a bit disappointed. So maybe what we can do with about 1,000 people, 900, we can maybe try to crowdsource and see what's your best guess. 40 is minimum for president. Okay, whatever the president. Anyone wants to give a guess? 42. 42. Who thinks it's more than 42? Hands up. One hand. I can't believe it. Okay. Anyone wants to give it a try? 32. Who thinks it's more than 32? Hands up. Okay, not many. Okay, so I guess who thinks it's less than 32? Okay, no one's awake. It's either more or less, right? Or equal to, I guess. It's less or equal to. Okay, I'll do another game because apparently you're all sleeping. The first one to raise his hand when I say go, otherwise you're disqualified, so you're disqualified, gets a +1 sticker. Ready? No, you're disqualified. I didn't say go. Bye. Disqualified. Ready? Go! Okay. I think you're the one. I'll give you a sticker. Not bad. Should we try again? Because it's only about like 10% of the audience who's awake. It's not enough. Go! Okay, a bit better. Everyone at the same time. I have many stickers, so you can come to me from the +1 sticker and you get one for sure. Ready? Okay, yep. Now, the ex-head of engineering for the region, and now the head of new business development. Welcome, Mr. Ahmad Hamzawi.
Thank you. شكرا. صباح الخير. أنا اسمي أحمد حمزاوي. طبعا أنا فخور جدا إن أنا موجود النهاردة. أنا حضرت السنة اللي فاتت. فالسنة اللي فاتت actually my title was different. أنا كنت ماسك engineering last year. فقررت طبعا بعد كذا سنة إن أنا عايز أجرب حاجة جديدة. فطبعا دي ميزة طبعا في الشركة إن إحنا we have the option to try different things. After doing engineering for so long, I thought it would be nice and then I'd new business development. So if you're interested to know more about what I do, just come and see me later. So let me start. So I want to actually talk to you today about, what I was going to talk to you about was our principles of innovation, and then we're going to walk through some really cool demos. But we're running out of time, so I'm going to skip the whole first section, okay? And what I'm going to do instead is go right to the demos, okay? So before I do that, ماشي يا مها فمها اللي خدت وقتي على فكرة Okay, so before I actually get into the actual demos themselves, I have 5 principles of innovation. We're going to skip them, but I want to actually ask the audience here, if you were to guess what some of our principles of innovation are, what do you think they might be? Any guesses? Anybody over here? To be genuine, okay. Anybody else? I have a sticker for you. Come and see me later. Mina عايز stickers. Nobody else? عندي Android keychain. مش أي حد? Over here in the middle. Enhancing the social experience. Okay. Any other philosophies of innovation? Advertising. Okay. Customization of the user profile. Okay, we're heading in an interesting direction. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I think is one of the examples of innovation at the company, and this is one way that Google allows us to innovate, right? So this is an example. These are just pictures of one of our offices. فهنا طبعا these are hammocks. في ناس طبعا قاعدة, they're working on their laptops. On the top here, this is the massage room. So most large offices have a massage area. في دكاترة والكلام ده كله. فهنا طبعا there's a massage chair. And there are two professional massage areas. هنا في conference rooms, فيها تليفون, الكلام ده كله. And then up here is the water lounge. And inside the water lounge you have زي ما انتم شايفين برضو massage chairs. You can recline, you can sleep. لو انتم شايفين كويس هنا في النص هنا there's a في بانيو وفي حد نايم في البانيو كمان. But it's interesting the things that we have at the company really, make it a fun place to work. And this is a recent picture I just got actually. This is from our California office here. We put a bowling alley in one of our buildings. So this is another interesting thing that we put in. And I was in London a couple of days ago, and I found this in the building. Believe it or not, this is a double-decker bus, one of the London buses, and it's a conference room. So you go around this corner right here, you go inside, and you have your meeting inside the bus. This is on the 3rd floor, believe it or not. So interesting stuff. Okay, so we skipped the whole first section. Now we're going to get to the fun part. Okay? So what I'm going to walk you through now are, if I'm lucky, maybe 6 or 7 demos. Some things you might have seen before, and I'm hoping some things you have not. Okay? So with that, I want to first basically mention that a lot of my demos will be on some of my mobile devices. So what I have today for my demos, I have here a Motorola Zoom tablet, and I have 2 Nexus S phones. And so what I'm going to try to do is switch between all of them for various parts of the demos. Now in this picture you can see, Taban, there's a lot of people with a cell phone in their hand, and this is just how important mobile usage is and how prevalent it is. So I want to ask you some questions and see if you actually know the answer. So the first question is, how many hours do you think is played every hour of Angry Birds? Okay, so every hour, how many other hours are being played worldwide? Any guesses? Okay. 3 million? 8 million? How about you? 3? Who said 3.3? Who has you have a calculator, right? He has a calculator. Okay. So the reason why he knows this is that he was here yesterday, and he knew the number, and I changed it to hours. Okay? But unfortunately, you're wrong. Okay? It's 150,000. Okay? So there's 150,000 hours of Angry Birds played every hour of the day. That's a lot of time spent on a mobile phone. Okay? The next question I have for you is in terms of the number of mobile views. So how many times is a YouTube video played back every 60 minutes? Okay, so طبعا دلوقتي بقالنا ساعة وشوية. How many videos do you think were played on a mobile phone? 300 million? Who said 300? Okay. Any other guesses? 400 million? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, انتوا جيتوا امبارح على فكرة, and I changed the units for this reason. 30 million? No. Okay. So you're sort of close. The actual answer is 17 million. Okay, that's a huge, huge number. So 17 million YouTube videos, actually more than this have already been played since the start of the keynote already. That is a lot of videos, just to show you the power of the mobile internet. Okay, so I'm going to start the demos now. And the first set of demos is going to be introducing Android Ice Cream Sandwich. So Ice Cream Sandwich is our 4th release of the platform itself. And what I'm going to be showing you are some really cool demos of that. So I'm going to switch over now. Great, so you can see that. So this is my Android phone right here. Okay. So here's what I'm going to show you. So the first thing I want to actually mention to you all is that with Ice Cream Sandwich, we now have much improved right to left and bidirectional support, which means now you actually have Arabic supported natively in the platform. So here's what I'll show you just to show you how this works. I'm going to switch to another phone very quickly. Okay, so I'm going to basically use the voice search application that is on this phone to see if I can go to a website. Let's see if this works. Go to aljazeera.net. There it is. It's very fast. And so I just said I wanted to go aljazeera.net. It recognized that I wanted to do that, wrote it in Arabic, and as you can see now, it's loading the main page for Al Jazeera. And if all works well, we should see it rendering here if the Wi-Fi cooperates with us. So just wait a second, see if that works. And we're going to switch over to another demo. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay, well, let's just, okay, there it is. So you can see now, we have Arabic support natively now, even in the browser. Okay, next one. So we also have Arabic voice recognition now built into voice search, which means now, يعني لو انتوا حضرتوا مثلا السنة اللي فاتت, you probably remember me demoing voice search. Okay, actually translate. So I was demoing translate last year, and I had a little script where I was fixing my bike, and everybody hated my demo. That's fine. But this year we actually have something very different for you. In addition to providing Arabic support into the platform, we now have voice recognition built into the mobile operating system. So what I'm going to do now for you is do translation from English to Arabic. And what I'm going to also show you is a feature built into Google Translate called conversation mode. And so this allows me to have a conversation with somebody else. So say, for example, I don't speak English, and my assistant, who's going to come on stage now, Rania, doesn't speak Arabic. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a conversation, her and I, okay? And she's going to be speaking in English, and I will actually have the Android phone do the translation for me into Arabic. I will read it, and you might see what happens after that. And then I will converse back to her via the phone. So let's give this a try. Make sure I have audio. Okay, here we go.
Hi, what is your name?
Okay. So what do you think? So it's pretty fast. فأنا دلوقتي طبعا مش فاهم أي حاجة. فأنا دلوقتي ممكن أقراه أو ممكن طبعا أكليك هنا على Enter Conversation Mode. So let's see what happens when I do that.
مرحبا، ما هو اسمك؟
Okay. Okay, خلاص أنا دلوقتي فهمت. فأنا هرد عليها. أنا اسمي أحمد حمزاوي.
My name is Ahmad Hamzawi.
Wow. Pretty cool.
What kind of work do you do?
ما نوع العمل الذي تفعله؟
Okay. أنا مهندس كمبيوتر في سويسرا.
I'm a computer engineer in Switzerland.
Thank you. So pretty powerful, right? So what you just saw basically was almost instant translation on an Android phone. So has anybody ever done this before? That's pretty powerful. Well, let me show you some other really cool things you can do with this. So let me open up Maps here. Okay. So I'm going to launch Google Maps. So if you have an Android phone, you probably have used Google Maps before. One feature we have here launched in Egypt is driving directions. So you might have used this already, getting directions from point A to point B. What you can now do, because we have voice search enabled for Arabic, you can ask for directions or any point of interest in Arabic. Let's try that. عين السخنة. There it is. Oh, close. Let's try again. It's in the general area. عين السخنة. Oh, okay, got it close. Let's try just a different one for a second. المعادي. Okay, so there it is. لا ده أنا. It's me, it's never the computer. Hold on. do this again, just for fun. Al-Ma'adi. Just a little bit of an echo. This might be a problem. Let's see. Will it find it? Did I mean Al-Ma'adi? There you go. Okay. So another really cool example. Okay. So now I can just click on Al-Ma'adi, for example, right here. I can click on directions. I can get directions for exactly where I'm at. And then if I switched my Android device here to Arabic, I'll get all the directions listed in Arabic. So you can see the driving directions showing up here. And you can get navigation, turn-by-turn directions also. This is going to be coming. Okay, so another example of what we can do with voice search in Arabic is you can also search. So I haven't actually done really any searches yet. So let's try an example of a search. So does anybody remember the Google Doodle for Ismail Yassin? You do? It's this right here. Okay? So in case you forget, this is the one. So what if I want to do a search for Ismail Yassin and maybe one of his movies, right? So I'll do a search and see what happens. Ismail Yassin في oh sorry. صور إسماعيل ياسين في الجيش. Okay, so you'll see the query up there. It's going to render below in a second. And now I've just done a search. I didn't have to type in anything in Arabic. There it is. You see that? This is the kind of innovation that you get from the technology that we've been launching very recently. And everything I've showed you so far is enabled via API, which means if you are a developer here and you'd like to integrate any type of speech recognition in Arabic into your own applications, you can do that. Very easy to do. Okay, so I'm going to show you some other features of Android Ice Cream Sandwich. And for that demo, I'm going to switch over here. Just one second. Okay, so I think everybody can see these two phones. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a game. Okay, so I'm going to launch here Fruit Slice. Let me make this closer so you can see it. Okay, it's going to be a little bit loud. Okay, so I'm going to launch this game. You've seen this game before. I'll go here. Okay, so I'm going to start playing the game. فحد لعب هنا Fruit Slices before? Okay, many people and I'm losing. Okay, game over. طيب خلاص مش مشكلة. Okay, so what if, for example, my friend has an Android device also, okay, and I want to play the game, so I have to ask him, what's the game you're playing, what's the name? I have to look it up on Market, download, install it, and so on and so forth. Well, with a new technology based in new Android-based devices, in addition to other platforms and providers, there's a chip now embedded in the device called near-field communications. And with that chip, it allows you to transfer very small amounts of data from one device to the next. And the way you do that is you just bring the phones close to each other. So what I'm going to do is, I'm now in the game, okay? And I turn this phone on again. And so what I'm going to do, so you see this phone right here, I'm just going to turn it over, just to make this easy, and I'm going to put my other phone on top of it. Okay, and you see that it made a noise? And if you can read that, it says touch to beam. So basically it's detected that I've brought two phones in proximity to each other. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll flip this one over. And this is the second phone right now. And there's the game. Okay? So you can do a lot of things with this API. Okay, so I think you guys like that, which is great. So again, because we love to provide APIs for a lot of our functionality, what you just saw, كل معايا؟ كلهم صح؟ Okay. So because of the fact that we have provided this natively in the platform, you can build your own applications that do exactly the same thing. So this game provider, this is exactly what they did. They took the API and they built this functionality directly into their game. So you can do this with a lot of different things, right? So here we have, for example, maps, right? What you do, very simple. I want to give my map here to my friend. Turn it over. You put it on top. You click. Sorry, you don't click. You do that. Getting driving directions. Second phone. See that? Very, very fast. And I just turned off. Here it is. Just to prove to you, these are both of the phones. Okay? So they look pretty much identical here. Okay? You can do this with contacts, with YouTube videos. Say you're watching a YouTube video and you stop somewhere in the middle. Point them to each other, and the next person can continue exactly where you left it. Okay, let's show you another feature. So I'm going to switch now to another device. So I'm now going to switch to my tablet here. Okay, so now I'm showing you what's on my tablet right now. Okay, another feature, or another feature that actually has launched with Ice Cream Sandwich is an enhancement to the camera application which allows you to take panoramic pictures without you having to manually stitch your pictures or put it onto your computer and then use your own stitching software. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the camera application here. You'll notice on a tablet it looks a little bit different. Okay, at the bottom here you will see 3 different icons. The bottom right. There's the photo, video, and panoramic mode. So right now I'm in panoramic mode. All I'm going to do now is take my device here, and I'm going to point it at everybody. And if you want to be on, you want to actually have this picture taken, you want to be exciting, do whatever you want, okay? So I'm going to basically pan around the whole room, and then I'm going to post it onto Google+. Okay? Here we go. And it's going to be a little bit slow. You won't be able to quite see what I'm seeing because of the refresh rate on the projector. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to stop now, and you're going to see the picture render in a second. So this is a pre-rendering of the image. What you see at the bottom here, pretty cool, isn't it? So there's the picture. I don't know if you can see yourself, but what it's doing now, it's stitching the many pictures that I just took automatically for me and generating a high-resolution image of it. Okay, so let's let this finish. And I'll show you what we can do next. So this is just the instant preview, just so you can get a sense if I like it or not. I want to do it again. But let's just actually have this finish. Now let's look at the image. So I'm going to open my gallery here. Okay, so here's the picture. 1 second. Okay. And you can see here, these are all the applications on the right here that have registered for the photo intent, which allows me now at this point to share what I'm looking at right now, this picture, with any one of these different applications. So I'll go ahead and click on the Google Plus one.